Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've got a flea market finds pick today. This is going to be kind of a quick one. This is from the Brimfield Antique Flea Market. This is usually a major flea market. Last year, all 3 shows were canceled due to COVID. So this May was the first show since COVID. And because they made the decision kind of late to hold the May show, a lot of the fields, a lot of the operators of the different fields that are there decided not to open. They're going to wait for the July show. So what ended up happening was, instead of having a whole bunch of different fields open with hundreds and hundreds of dealers to go through, it ended up being really just one field. But I did get some picks. Again, I was going for machinist tools. This is a big antiques auction. A big antiques flea market. But you can find vintage tools. And when you can find vintage tools, sometimes you can find vintage machinists' tools. And I just said machinists strangely. I don't know why. Okay, let's move. Let's get into this pick. So this is like probably the 3rd dealer that I came upon that had any machinist items. The first 2, one of them, he had a lot of bins with just stuff thrown in them, not priced. And of course, it was one of these situations where, oh yeah, pick stuff out, and because it's all different prices. Well, I tried to put together a pile, and when he came back with a price, it was so high. I was like, wow. I was thinking to myself, I can't even sell retail that stuff at those prices. So I ended up having to leave there. But I did find this gentleman who had various stuff, and I was kind of pleased to find a little bit of wiggle room on some of the things he had. I got these 2 Cleveland branded wedges. These are for knocking out Morse tapers. This is a number 3, and it's in really good shape. And this is a number 2, and I got these for $2 a piece. Just a fair price. I found this little screw pitch gauge for, it's just marked metric, no name on it, but it's a metric one, and I got it for $2. And then this one is marked West Germany, made in West Germany, and on this side it is Craftsman Standard. So this is a Craftsman branded screw pitch gauge made in West Germany, and I got that one for $2. Then I found a couple of these gauges, fishtails as I call them, and I got them for $1 a piece. And then I found a couple more in a different area of his tent there, and I got those for $1 a piece. So pretty happy with these. I got a General. This one looks like it might be a Starrett. No, that's another General. I got 2 Generals. Oh, this is an American Caliper company. That's kind of a neat one. And this is a good old Pratt. So, a couple of nice vintage ones there. And again, I only paid $1 a piece for those. Unfortunately, that's all I got from that dealer. So I only dropped 2, 4, 6, 8. I only dropped $12 there. Then I came across a dealer who had a lot of tools, and he had his bins marked that, the stuff in this bin was 4 for 20 or 3 for 15, that kind of thing. And I came across a bin that he had marked 3 for 20, and I went through the bin, and I didn't really find much in there that really to get too much excited about, and I almost ended up putting the stuff right back in. And then I said to him, hey, any chance you'd do 3 for 18? And he said, sure. So I ended up getting these 3 items for $18. This is a Starrett screw pitch gauge. So that's the number 155 U.S. standard screw pitch gauge. And then these 2 little tap wrenches, which are decent. These are, I think they're Ace. Yeah, that's an Ace TR88, and this one might be the same thing. Yeah. So these are both Ace TR88s. Made in the USA. So I'm into these items for $6 a piece. Oh, I did get this, the guy who had the fishtails and the $2 screw pitch gauges, that little pile of stuff I got for $12. I forgot, I did also find this in his spot. And I asked him what he wanted for this, and he said, I forgot how much he said, but we ended up settling on $10. So I get this for $10, and what this is this is a cast iron lapping plate. But what's kind of neat about it is the size. I've never seen one this small. I've actually got a couple of lapping plates that are larger, but I thought this was kind of a neat little small one, and it was only $10, so I had to have it. And it'll clean up just fine. And I was out of there fairly quickly because that blew right through the place. And the last dealer that I went to and bought these 3 items from, I actually had picked these 3 items out and tried to get him for $20, and he said no, and I ended up putting them back. And then as I was leaving, I was walking out past his spot, and I came back by, and I said, hey, I was just on my way out, and figured I'd ask again, if you want to do the 20 for those 3 pieces. Pulled them back out again, and he looked at them, and he said, no. So I put them away, and then said, oh, I hope you have a good day, and wished him luck, and was on my way. And as I turned to leave, he says, hey, tell you what, give me the 20 for those 3 pieces. That way you can feel like you beat me on something. Or something to that effect, he said, which I thought was kind of funny. So, but I mean, let's not get crazy here. These aren't fantastic. It wasn't like I really scored big here. This is a hook rule, which I thought was kind of nice, just because it's a hook rule, but it's pretty badly pitted, rusty as heck, and it is this is a brown and sharp. Yeah, so it's an early brown and sharp that really needs some love. And then this is an adapter that lets you take a blade and a scale and put them together, or put two blades together and turn them into a right angle square. So both Starrett and Brown and Sharp make one of these, and I think in the Starrett at least there's 2 different sizes, but this one is, oh no, it is marked. Okay, so this one might be, yeah, this is a Lufkin. So this is a Lufkin number 18B. It's kind of hard to see it, but I don't know how common these are. I'm sure it's nowhere near as valuable as the Starrett. The Starrett's actually, this is an expensive little accessory in Starrett, but in Lufkin, probably not so much. And then there was this center finder or wiggler, and again, this is number 828, and I was like, I usually don't get that much for these anyways. It's got a little bit of surface rust on it, but it isn't seized up. But what I liked about it was it seemed to have a pretty good assortment of tips for it. So it's got the needle point is already in there, and then actually I should check and make sure this is a Starrett and it isn't just something somebody threw in a box. I think I checked it before I took it. Yeah, this is definitely a Starrett, and it is an 828, so it's the right one. And then there's this one here. This actually, it's hard to see, but this has a tiny disc at the end. This is the double, the ball end. And then this little sucker was in there. Now I think that doesn't belong in there. This actually says with point, ball contact, and disc contact. So that's what's supposed to be in this. So this looks like it's just, what is this? This is just a little chamfering bit. Little tiny sucker. So, big deal, right? Well, let me look up this Lufkin 18B just for the heck of it and see how we did. So this Lufkin 18B is worth about 18 or 20 bucks on eBay. So, I'll try and get 15 for it and, eat into this 20 bucks I dropped on this pile. This actually is probably worth about 15 because it's got the old case and it's got all 3 pointers in there. Well, guys, that was short and sweet. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please hit the like button, and if you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Take care.